It's me, good old Al. I'm sweating a little bit because I've already recorded this video once. Guess what happened? Forgot down here. It says audio input. It was not going to anything, so it wasn't recording crap, which is cool. Now it is. You know what? Let's make it louder. Want to make it louder? Good. So what the story is for tonight here is back break. What? That's what happened to me. I was in Steamboat. Let's just start there. I was skiing in Steamboat. Very top, whiteout. It was the best snow conditions I've seen in a while. And there are these two black runs, and right in between my dad said it's probably just unskied on. So I went down there, and I'm like, all right, this is going to be awesome. There were like bumps and everything, just fresh snow. So I knew if I fall, it wasn't going to hurt. Boy, was I wrong! So I'm going down there at terminal velocity here because I thought I was the big teriyaki beef hunk that I am. And I was just blowing down there because I thought, you know, I get to tell everyone that I was going Mach 10 down a hard run. Now I get to tell everyone that I hurt myself going Mach 10 down a hard run. I was going down moguls, and I thought I saw one, and I stopped next to it. I was stopping next to it. I was going, like, you know, still 10 miles an hour. And I'm stopping next to it because I was going to go off it, but you want to stop to see if it's a cliff. It was. So I'm looking down because I thought it was just a mogul, and it wasn't. And I get too close, and, you know, now I'm already in the trajectory, so I go off. Turns out it was a rock, and then more rock, then nothing. It was cool. And I hit the ground, and I just landed really weird. I think it was my foot. It was, like, sideways. So it was like, here, he's sideways. I landed sideways, going down a hill, off a cliff. It was cool. And I thought, while I was falling, I'm like, this is going to be the coolest landing ever. I'm going to stick this, and everyone's going to be proud of me. I didn't. Not even close, actually. It was like it was just a solid pad. I couldn't have anyways. I fell off it, and I hit loudest pop sound I've ever heard. It was like a crunch. It was like a 3-year-old eating popcorn, and then someone behind that kid was eating like an entire bag of chips while hitting it. It was so loud, and I heard it just vibrating down me. It went, and then my dad comes, and he goes, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not actually. In fact, I'm sorry to say." And he's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I broke it." I didn't know for sure. It just felt like I did. And luckily, a woman came down who knew the ski patrol number. She looks at me and goes, "You don't look okay. You okay?" And I'm like, "Call ski patrol, please." It took 5 minutes. Those guys were really speedy. Those guys came flying down the mountain. And then they come over to me and go, "You good?" I'm like, "I broke." And then they go, "All right, so what's wrong?" I'm like, "I feel like I broke my back." It made a loud pop sound, and it really hurts, and I can't move. And they went, all right, we'll take care of you." They kind of poke on me, roll me over, and kind of rub on me, and then wait. Rub. And then they call a bobsled to take me down. All right, fair enough. Then they said something that haunts me to this day. As they were poking my back and slapping me and just rubbing me and giving a nice deep massage there, they asked me, "Do you have any COVID symptoms, cough, fever, or chills?" What? Okay, no. Even if I did, I can't breathe. And they asked me this because they were going to take off my mask so I could breathe. I couldn't breathe. And then they asked me, "Do you have corona?" "Does it matter? Douchebag, I can't breathe." And then, you know, everything's fine. It took about 5 minutes for the bobsled to come down here, and I hear for this massive snow thingy to come down there. It was this big bobsled with a bag on it. They said, "All right, are you ready?" I'm like, "Okay, what's happening?" And they picked me up so gently, and they just placed me onto this mat. And I'm like, "Oh, that was okay." And then they go, "All right, we're gonna inflate the mat now." And I'm like, "What?" Anyway, and they're like, "All right, have a good time." But I don't know why they said that, because that freaked me out. I'm like, am I alone now? There were like 15 people escorting me down a mountain. It took maybe 20 minutes or 15, because they're going like 7 miles an hour. But since I couldn't move, I was just looking up. I'm like this, and I just see the snow and people looking at me and thinking I'm crazy. And it was just the best. It was a nice little comforting ride. You know, if my back wasn't broken. It was my mom was next to me, because right before they put me in the ambulance, she looked at me and went, "What did you do?" She wasn't that scared. She just went, "Oh boy." They put me in an ambulance, and there was one burly dude. I could just hear by the tone of this dude's voice. He was just burly. Well, that doesn't sound good. I go into the room, and there's like 6 nurses there, all trying to see what's wrong with me. They all start leaving out one at a time, except for one. One stays there and goes, all right, we're going to take you to a CAT scan room. I'm like, all right. They take me there, put me on this bag, and then I go, all right, and then I go, inflated. They come back 5 minutes later and go, yeah, you got a compression fracture in 2 of your vertebrae. And I said, what? What? What does that mean? Anyways, after that, I had to ask the woman, yo, can I pee? Because I really got to take a pee right now. I need to pee. Hands me this, like, milk carton looking thing. Gives me this carton. And then everyone leaves so I can urinate in a jug. It was me with a pee jug. That's just top-notch quality right there. Then later on, they put an IV in me. And she's, like, squirting, like, sailing in me. So now there's this nice little bubble. And she goes, huh, I missed. Let me try again. She missed again! Squirting more saline garbage IV fluid in me. Now there's this nice big fat lump. She does it one more time, I'm pretty sure. Hits it. Still feels really wrong, but she really like dug up in there and really... Good crap. That was the last time I went skiing that year, so...